Welcome to Free Beer Friday, powered in part by the Bearded Monk and Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
Look at
What's
that.
up? Oh, yeah, we're framing. We're
Yeah.
framing.
We're framing.
We're framing because
there it is.
I am the bearded lady.
And I'm the
this is
bearded
the
monk.
bearded monk.
There you go.
And we're framing this beautiful man right here.
Hello.
What's your name? Who do you
My
do?
name's Dave.
Dave.
Collective
Dave.
Brewing Project.
Yes.
Nice.
Fort Worth.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. What's
You
going
drove
on?
all the way out here.
Man, it was a long journey.
It was.
Yeah.
It's not really
rough.
that long,
No,
but I
it's
always
actually fine.
complain
What,
about how
30
long
minutes?
it. Yeah.
No, it took me
40.
50. There was a
Okay.
little
Oh.
light traffic, but it was fine. Yeah.
And you made
We're
it
here.
safe and sound.
You did.
I did.
You brought beer.
Allegedly.
Special
Yeah.
beers.
Mhm.
We've already been sipping on one.
That's true.
I'm gonna have to talk about it just a little bit.
Well,
Okay.
can we tell them
delicious.
who
Oh, I guess
Collective
so. Yeah.
Brewing
Sure.
Project?
I mean,
Let's get on that.
sure.
Some of these folks may have
I'm like
missed
jumping
previous episodes.
straight to the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now.
So it's super exciting.
It is
Yeah.
really good.
Wait, I'm just going to talk like this for the rest of the episode.
It sounds really strange.
So who are we?
Yeah,
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who am I?
Who is this place?
Well,
Who's
the
this
Collective Brewing
brewery?
Project. We're down in Fort Worth, Texas. We've been there for almost 5 years now. 5 years in November. So it's been a good run. And we mainly specialize in sour and farmhouse beers. I'm going to get beat out by this dog the whole time.
This is
Yeah.
Willow.
All the attention is
Can we-
here.
This
Can
is
we
Miss
just-
Willow. This is Willow, bearded lady.
Willow
There you
did
go.
not
Yeah.
get introduced.
I'm
I feel
sorry.
so bad for her.
I'm sorry. She says hi. This is my little baby girl.
We could probably just air this for the
Willow,
entire
get over
time.
there.
And it'll be good.
There you go. Say hi to
That's it.
Daddy. Yeah, good girl. Well, anyway,
Whoa.
sorry.
Okay,
You're
so
showing this
Can we
cute
just
back
leave it
to
on
this
Willow the whole
dog.
time?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Problem
Just-
solved.
Yeah. I'll just narrate as the dog.
Fun. New episode.
But
Willow TV.
That's what
Yeah.
we should have done with Three Nations. We could have done. We just left
they
the
bring a dog?
cameras on the dogs, and we
Right.
just stood off to the side like the dogs.
It's so easy.
We're doing this episode.
Yes,
we're
let's
so
do
good.
it.
for the
Sorry.
puppy bowl.
The
Continue.
puppy.
Let's do it.
Yeah, the
There you
puppy
go.
beer bowl.
There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we Collective mainly specializes in sour and farmhouse stuff, which is most of what I brought in here. But we got some other stuff. We got some other fun things going on. So
Playing around
seltzer
over
and
the years.
other things. And yeah, we like to get a little weird.
Yeah.
So
Yes, you do.
yeah.
One
yeah,
of my
yeah.
favorite beers from you is ramen. The cup
Yeah,
of
a
ramen.
cup of beer. We just
Cup of
kegged
beer.
up more of
Cup
that.
of beer.
It's on
Really?
tap in the tap
It's
room
the
right now.
funkiest
Nice.
beer ever.
It's
It
fun.
smells like you do not want to
Sweet
drink
ginger.
it, but it tastes so
Oh, I love it.
good. I
I
know.
So
love
good.
it.
I'm like,
Lemongrass.
just drink
So
it.
much
And they're like,
lemongrass.
no, I don't want to
Fun.
drink it. I'm like, just do it. You're
It's
going to
so
love
good.
it.
Yeah.
Love that. Well,
Um,
that took y'all nationally, right?
That was
were
one
in,
of the
like,
first
GQ
things
for
that kind
that.
of broke. Yeah. I do all the marketing and sales stuff, which you guys know.
Mm.
But
These folks may not, though.
Yeah.
yeah, you folks looking right at you into your souls.
In your
Um,
souls.
But
I was
Yeah,
hoping
we-
you'd zoom in on his face.
we had a few. we had a I had sent that out to some. I can't remember. I think it was Draft Magazine, and they did like an Instagram post about it. That got a lot of attention, and then all of a sudden, like Food and Wine Magazine
They did,
was
I
calling
remember
us,
that.
and like other people were calling us about that. That kind of led. That was the first of. We've had a couple that have kind of done that crazy thing. The Peep Spear last year
That was a fun one.
Mhm.
was on like Michael Simon on the Chew, the
Yeah.
famous Iron Chef. Drank it.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Got some of
Yeah.
that on there. Yeah, so some kind of wild stuff like that. So yeah, we like to have fun. That's kind of a great thing about our background is all of us are, culinary focused. Used to do cocktail stuff or
Yeah.
food stuff or whatever. So
Makes
like
sense.
we like to
Play.
get a little weird, a
Little-
little wild,
little funky
and I'm
And funky.
glad to
fun.
be a part of that. Yeah, yeah. We don't
Well
mess around.
played. Well
Yeah.
played.
Yeah, Den's weird, but we're funky.
Yeah, you
Just
funky.
let you know,
Can I
yeah.
tell you the story of first finding Collective?
Yeah.
So I
Love
was
to.
at Big Texas Beer Fest,
Mm.
and I saw this is like a few years ago. I saw like the new sign, or I hadn't heard of y'all, so I walked over there, and it was a boysenberry.
Oh, the
Oh,
yeah, bourbon barrel aged
my
boysenberry sour.
Barrel.
Yeah, boysenberry.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not leave that booth, and we were just drinking it, and we were like, this is better than Chestergate.
Were you there on a Friday
I
night?
know.
Those are great friends.
They're
They're
great.
good
I know I love Jester King. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but I was just like, this is like you can buy it easier than
Yeah,
going down
yeah.
there.
You don't have to drive 3 hours.
You're like, I can buy it at the convenience store, and so
Yeah.
I still have one because we bought all of the ones at one store, like Kegs and Barrels out in
Found them
Plano.
all.
awesome.
I bought them all. No one was buying it, and I
Yeah.
was like, 9, thank you. And there's still one back there, and I was like, I'm not drinking this.
Yeah.
Keep my
I
hands
think I
on it.
have
So
two-
good.
I think I have like 2 of those in my closet.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
like one of the best beers
So
I've ever
good.
I
had.
almost drank one the other day. I probably should just drink them.
I know you
That's right.
should,
Yeah.
but you don't want to. It's
like
kind of like this
nostalgia
one. This
thing.
one's like
Yeah.
a little older too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we brought.
Sure.
So we just went through our cellar. So I brought some, like the brewery cellar. So I brought some old stuff.
Thank
we got
you.
2016 blackberry PGS.
That's delicious. We've already
Sweet
And,
opened
golden
that.
sour.
The apricot petite golden sour from 2016, and then a 2016 American sour red, which one of my like all-time favorite beers we've ever made. So
It's delicious.
yeah, and then I've got another special
secret.
surprise that
There's
we'll
a
get
secret
to
thing
Oh,
going
man.
on.
eventually.
Oh man! And then
Just
you've got beers all out there. What'd
Yeah.
you bring for sample?
So if you're in Denton,
There's already people
Right
just
now,
lining up for those
I
free
know.
beers.
or in the next like 45 minutes or so, or however long this goes,
yeah, till the beer runs out.
Until the beer runs out. I've got 2 of our sours. So the Cup of Something Sour Punchy, which is a Hawaiian punch sour, which also, if you want some more of that, there's some on tap at the Bearded Monk right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Delicious.
Right over.
Right next to the blood orange seltzer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right next to
Yeah,
that.
I want to
So
try some of this blood orange.
I've got
seltzer. Dangerous
So the
stuff.
blood orange is over there, not here, but I've also got the raspberry lime out there for them, seltzer, and then I've got the raspberry lemonade sour, and then an actual beer.
And then a
no,
beer
I've got
beer.
a pilsner. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
oh,
right.
So
like
we,
a regular
going with the
non-sour
clean-
beer.
We
This is
yeah,
actually
I know,
a beer.
I know. I'm just. Yeah. Ask most of Texas if they thought 3 of the 4 of those were beers. They'd
Right.
probably get a
Kombucha.
different answer. Yeah. But the Pilsner. So we did our first lager, which was this Pilsner called Commercially Viable, which is definitely a joke for ourselves. We did the first batch
Makes
of
me
it.
think of Jester King commercial suicide. Too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of in the same vein. Like
Just the
Love
opposite.
it.
yeah,
right?
the opposite. Yeah, just like
Everything has been commercial suicide.
yeah, making fun of ourselves for not making beer money beers. This commercial vibe is really great. Like more traditional Czech style, so Saz hops, that whole thing. This is the
That's
second
nice.
batch of it too, so we've done a couple in a row. And
That sounds like a good refresher when you're at the brewery and drinking all of the sours, and you just need that like clean cut to like
Yeah.
refresh everything. You're a palate cleanser,
Yeah,
as you
nice.
would say.
yeah, I'm
Kolsch's
into
are
it
the great, Pilsners and Kolsch's are like great
for that.
like,
yeah.
refreshers.
Easy,
'Cause,
clean.
yeah, you can be doing like going on like stouts all day and just cut it with that, or IPAs all day and you can cut it with that.
Better than have
Yeah.
a glass of
Portland,
water.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Keep it. Willow
Yeah.
wants to get down, so she's gonna go away.
Have fun.
Bye.
Later.
Willow.
Bye.
Get my favorite gun. Oh, now you want back up? Okay.
Should mount a camera
Fickle.
on her. Let her just run around.
Yeah.
That would
Oh,
be
we need a dog
hilarious.
cam.
Yeah.
GoPro.
Next
We could strap.
thing,
We
Jay.
could strap the GoPro to her back to the
Yes.
harness.
That'd be so cute.
What are the
Yes.
abilities of the production budget here?
As much as we want
Dog
to bring whatever we want.
Yeah.
She's just like chilling.
Just hanging out.
Willow is a good girl.
Oh, and if you're just listening to this, you're missing all of the adorableness
Mm-hmm.
on the video feed on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a very
Hi.
cute kid waiting.
What's going on, man?
There
Oh
he
yeah,
is.
we're talking about you right
Yeah,
now.
we're talking about you. I feel like are we at the zoo?
Yeah,
But
we
on
are
the
the
other side of the
animals
glass?
Oh, it's
that
inside
are
your
in
cage, man.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Cool.
fish bowl.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
Fish
yeah.
bowl.
Definitely always feel like that whenever we're in here. And I'm like,
kinda
let me
like
out,
wave
let
and
me
smile at
out.
people.
Just kidding.
yeah.
So that's exciting. You were talking about the seltzer water, and that seems like it's something new that you guys are coming out with. So tell me a little bit more
Yeah.
about that, and then
So-
other new things that you guys are doing.
The seltzer's really fun. We were the
And
first
dangerous. It's gonna
and
be good.
dangerous.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
So it's like 4.5%, and it tastes like water, like in a good way.
No, good water.
But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like carbonate. Like it doesn't. It's so smooth. You can't even taste any alcohol kind of thing.
I was at Harvest
That's
House
amazing.
last night for
Yeah.
the Boombox and Kites and Boomerang show,
Mm-hmm.
and Charles Burkett, who, if you watch other shows on this station, does the Denton Traveler show before us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We both got the seltzer because he hadn't had it yet.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you've got to try it. This is what I want. It's super clean. It's easy. You can drink them all day. And one of the bartenders came over, and she went to pick up our drinks when we were close to being finished.
Yeah.
And he went, whoa, 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 whoa. And she went, oh, I'm sorry, did you want to get more water? And I
This
was
is
like,
hard water.
actually, we're both drinking the seltzer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is special
We
water.
even
Can you
confused
not
one of
take
the
it?
bartenders at Harvest
It's some
House.
high quality
Yeah.
H2O, y'all. Man, I'm
Right.
on the Adam Sandler show tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Caught on Adam Sandler.
Mom, thanks a lot.
It's
It's a
bananas.
legend.
Man,
Yeah.
It is.
It's totally bananas.
Okay, so anyway, sorry, seltzers.
So yeah, the seltzer's been doing. We released them a couple months ago.
Go for it.
Yeah, crack it open, man. Here.
He's
Oh,
got
here,
to take it.
I've been petting Willow.
I
it doesn't
mean,
matter.
really? This is us.
I don't know.
But yeah, we released them a couple months ago, and really the idea was like, one, it's one of the fastest growing trends in beer, period. Like right now, or in alcohol in general, sales.
You can mix it with something.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah?
so that's one of the
Gracias.
things, like making
Like
cocktails
tequila.
out of it.
I like tequila a lot.
That's not bad.
It's my favorite.
And
mixed.
doing,
Just saying.
yeah, and just drinking it over ice, like when it's hot. Is
I know, you
really
just
hot
fun.
outside. Like you just, it's so great.
I drink
burning
Waterloo all the
through 'em.
time and liqueur.
Yeah,
I drink
yeah.
that all the time. So, like, I can't imagine just being like, you know what, I want a little alcohol in my water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, just don't that bad.
I got
okay
Katie
with it.
to replace Topo Chico with alcoholic seltzer.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah,
I used to
in,
love
in
Topo
like
Chico. I
a
love Topo Chico.
vodka tonics.
There you go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It's
get
awesome.
extra oomph.
We started putting in that one. We started putting the Sazerac gin in it at the shop. A wine-based gin.
Okay,
So it's
maybe
like
I'll try
a
it.
16% juniper wine.
You want to go say hi to him?
You want to come over
Come
here?
on.
Oh
What are you
wait,
doing?
how
Come
far are
here.
you going? How far are you going?
All right. Now,
But yeah,
I
as a
can take
mixer,
over the
it's
world.
great. Nice.
Here we go.
You have
Good girl.
all of the power now.
But yeah, the seltzer's been killing it for us, and we'll have cans out in the next couple weeks.
And they're beautiful. I'm just saying. They're very
Yeah, the
aesthetic.
labels.
Yeah.
They got the sneak peek. I'm not showing anybody else
Yeah.
yet, but
so
they're
they're like very
they're
You
super
haven't
aesthetic.
put it on social media yet?
no man.
They're
That's under
beautiful,
wraps,
beautiful
dude.
cans. I
That's,
love them so much.
Yeah.
Secret preview.
Very beautiful.
So that'll be hitting soon, and then really, we've got some of our like favorite standards coming back. We've got some other experimental things, but we're bringing back like the pineapple Thai basil petite golden sour.
Nice. Yep. Yep.
Cup of beer, our famed ramen
nom,
beer,
nom,
like we were
nom.
talking about, is back.
How
And,
how much ramen was in that?
For a 7-barrel batch, it's 55 pounds of ramen.
Whoa.
Which,
What'd you do with all that ramen
is-
afterwards? Or did it
It goes
disintegrate?
to it goes straight to the farm, just like anything else.
They
Yeah.
just-
Oh, just like grain.
Yeah,
right
man.
on.
Yeah.
Right on.
These
going
cows
out
are
there.
like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
ramen.
Got ramen. Anybody have beef liver?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Now we don't
Blood.
ever use those packets.
That's good,
When we
just
first
straight.
made that beer, we tried rimming the glass with them, but it was really
Straight
gross.
salty.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really gross.
Yeah, that
Yeah, so
sounds
don't do that.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't sound
But
good. at all.
I
yeah,
still want to cook ramen in cup of beer one time.
Oh,
That would be
let's
should.
do
fun.
it.
Yeah.
that probably would
But
be good.
you would heat the beer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
just make like a broth,
Yeah, you boil it.
What if you make it into like a little what is that?
like the dipping
sauce
Ooh,
or
maybe-
marmalade?
No, a little bit after, like whenever you put balsamic and it turns into something
like a
else.
glaze.
Like glaze,
Or,
there's one right
reduction.
after. Thank you, a reduction.
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
there's one more step after that.
ramen.
Maybe like
Yeah.
a reduction with it, and you can pour it over.
Ooh, and then
I've
drizzle.
made I was recently in like this cocktail competition, and made actually a simple syrup out of apricot petite golden sour.
It's good, by the way.
So instead of water, just beer,
Yeah.
and then like some brown sugar, white sugar.
Yeah, that's good.
Got it down, and I mean you can
And
do
what,
it. You got to
just
be careful
cook it
with
for
like.
an hour. On
No, I didn't. That one I let
You boil.
get to the point where it started to boil, so I knew that everything was combined, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Because it will start to like boil over, and also I was worried about like acid and some of the other things in there, like creating some like
off flavors.
yeah, just not even off flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, off flavors I didn't
melting
want.
through the
yeah,
side of the
yeah.
pot.
Yeah, just like not good. Yeah, and then I wound up making this like Paloma cocktail with it
Yeah.
that won a thing.
Right on.
That won a thing.
You won a
I
thing.
won a thing.
Congratulations
That's right.
on winning a thing.
Yeah, I won a thing. It's
Do you
good
have
to
a
win
thing on
every
the shelf?
now and then. No, but
you
I
won
got
this thing.
I won.
I did
won
this thing.
some very nice meals, basically.
Ooh,
So
very
I got-
nice.
Yeah.
I like
Exciting,
that.
And
Exciting.
tickets to a museum exhibit, so I was into that.
Nice. Well, you won our hearts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and hearts and
right.
minds. Yeah.
Yes, that's all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Well, sweet. So
Um,
you got this seltzer.
Seltzer's
that
going
has
good.
Great.
It's
labels.
pretty good.
Gosh, I'm sorry. I can't get over them. I
Here,
think they're really pretty.
Here, let's. You
Oh.
want to take the dog for a second? So speaking of cocktails, right?
Oh.
Oh.
Drink your beer.
Oh.
Oh, okay. It's so
Yes,
good
sir.
though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but drink your beer. I wanted to do something special for you guys today, so I went to East Side earlier, and they were kind enough to give me some limes
That's so sweet.
Aw.
because I forgot to get them before I left.
Darn it.
So I got some limes. Hold on.
Nice.
We
You
got
gotta
a whole
love
thing.
those sweet babies at Eastside.
They
are.
are
They're such
They're
amazing.
such
wonderful
sweet
neighbors.
guys.
They are
and girls.
amazing.
We're
There we
really
go.
lucky to be down here with all these bar partners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've
With
talked
like
about this
everybody,
multiple
because it's like
I mean, Den is
the adult area. Whenever I'm sorry, that sounds weird. Not
okay,
like
yeah.
college students, but like past college students is over here. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's still college students out here, but like when I was in college, I went to Fry,
And that's
and I
still very
never
much the way.
came down here
Yeah.
because there was no need for me to come down here. Now I'm like,
Oh,
I do
sure,
not
yeah.
want Fry.
I mean, you can.
I do not want to go to Fry.
Yeah.
Like, I love Fry. I love Lucky Lou's, and I still have friends that work down there, and so I visit them every once in a while. It's usually during the day, because I don't want to go down there at night, because I'm almost 30, and it's like
Just not quite your style
yeah.
Yeah.
And
you grow up.
So
anymore. What is this fancy?
So speaking of growing up, this is Revolution Gin, which is from Austin, right down the street from Jester King, actually.
Oh, right on.
yeah,
And
I've
they
seen
make
it. We have friends that
killer-
live out in the Dripping
Killer
Springs area.
cocktails and stuff. So cheers. Hold on.
Oh,
Here you
cheers,
go.
cheers, 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 cheers. That's some
That is
sour
really
to
good.
chug. That's so
pretty
good.
tough.
That was it. His sour
still
beer
good.
is not easy
I'm
to
still
chug.
not done. I'm just.
This
Oh.
one is not mellowed out.
Oh, did you chug it all?
I did. He said, "Drink your beer." You don't tell the bearded lady to drink her beer, and I can't
know what
chug.
you're
Like
getting into.
I don't do that. This is what happens. This is when you always ask me to shotgun a beer.
Oh yeah.
This is what happens to me.
I'm
But,
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
it's okay. I'm crying right now.
Mind? I'm gonna put a little ice in there.
Thanks, sir.
So we're gonna make a cocktail.
I'm
Wanna make a
excited.
cocktail? I
I'm gonna
decided
make a cocktail on the air. How about
Yeah.
that?
because I like pushing boundaries here. We want to get weird, and we're gonna make a cocktail using some of that seltzer we've been talking about.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
This is
excited.
perfect.
So I've been working on different cocktails for just really my own fun, but also to like go to an account. This is the best bar setup ever.
Yes,
guys.
What?
it
I
is.
This
really-
right here?
Yeah, this is it.
Because there are
This
cameras
is-
and people watching you.
This is my ideal bar. you know?
Right? Oh yeah, with the keys and
So we'll just
the
do
dog
kind of
right
mini,
here.
Yeah.
I'm
not gonna
very
do-
excited about
we're gonna,
this.
We're gonna like split 2 cocktails basically.
Sweet,
Okay,
that's fine.
all right.
That is
Cocktails
okay
worth.
with me. We do not have to. Yeah.
Well, there's plenty more of this bottle. So
Right. Well, I'm excited that this is like a Texas-based.
yeah, so we
Cocktail,
went pretty
so-
much all Texas. Yeah, smell that gin. That gin is
Oh,
so
that's nice.
good.
Oh, that's.
This
not-
is one of my
I-
favorite.
Yeah.
I'm not a big gin guy, but
I'm
this
not a
is
big gin person either.
definitely one of my favorite gins around.
Have you been down to the distillery?
Yeah, I've been down there a couple times, and it's a lot of fun. And then I met one of their guys once at just at Jester King. We were all hanging out, and
So
he gave me a bottle of their like coffee liquor, which is also
Oh,
really
dangerous
good.
again.
Okay.
If you guys
off the
haven't been down
reserve.
to like this area, you should definitely go visit.
Just stick it up in front of your face. Sorry.
See, put it in.
Yeah.
If you haven't been down to this area in
tasty.
Dripping Springs, like Austin, it's so beautiful. We actually pass
It's
it all the
wonderful out
time
there.
when we get
Yeah.
go over to our aunt's and uncle's house out in Dripping Springs, so we get to see it. But if you go like a little further, it's even prettier. Anyways, but Jester King is beautiful if you get to go on their
What's that?
backyard.
Agave?
yeah.
And I'm sure this distillery is just as beautiful.
Oh, it's pretty nice. And
Yeah.
they're actually in a little compound with like one other brewery and a cidery.
I think I know, yep.
Argus, I think, is
Yeah,
out
Argus
there.
Is it-
Maybe it's Texas Keeper. I can't remember.
It's like maybe 0.2 miles from Jester King.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you still turn
These
left.
aren't
realize
sound
they
effects,
were-
ladies and gentlemen.
This is a real life.
This is a real life shaker.
I'm so excited.
So we got a little
Oh, and then we
Little
have to open
cocktail
this.
there.
Oh.
Now hold on. Yeah. So we're gonna put a
Okay.
little of that in there,
Okay.
and then pretty much to taste, I'm definitely eyeballing this. But you can do this at
That's
home,
okay.
folks. You get a little seltzer, 1.5 ounces of gin, a little agave. I've done this also with Saint Germain. Oh boy,
Whoa.
howdy!
Hey, do we have any towels in here, Jake?
I mean,
This is how these.
you gotta
giving-
bring
That's a
your-
waterproof bag. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. We made a bit of a mess. So, well, no, I'm not. Hey, no, I'm not
Yeah.
getting in this.
Well, then you just
Dave
top
made
it
a
up
bit
with
of
a
a
little bit of this. It was just it was me. It's totally me.
it's okay.
And
He has-
then
This is exciting. Oh, and then a little.
You know.
Oh,
little
you got to
garnish.
garnish.
a little
Oh,
lime to garnish. There you go.
nice.
Thank you so much.
There you
And see,
go.
this is the wonderful thing about seltzers.
Yeah. So this is an all booze
Oh, yeah.
cocktail that should be pretty summery and great. But yeah. So now let's sip together.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. How much agave did you put in this too?
So 1/2 ounce, and then top it up with seltzer
Oh, wow.
to your liking. A little lime
Nice.
juice.
Nice, nice.
Good.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So there you
I
go,
like it.
guys. We're making cocktails now.
This is awesome. Cocktails.
Forget beer.
With seltzer.
No,
Well,
I'm kidding.
it's-
I'm
it's-
We're
kidding.
changing the brewery over. We're
It's
done.
seltzer made from beer makers, so
Yeah.
they know what they're doing.
Come on, that is
we're not,
awesome.
Yep.
We're not bad at it, or so we've been told. But
Right
there you
on.
go.
Exactly. I like it.
Right?
Well
so that was
done,
the special
sir.
thing. You know,
Well
there's
done.
just stuff dripping everywhere.
Yeah. We can.
No, that's somebody's
Yeah.
jacket.
There's some
yeah.
tissues right there. There we go. He's like, oh god,
There we go.
Thanks,
See,
your face.
see, this is why I'm not a TV personality. Right?
Well, you just keep on going and you just get wet on
You gotta
TV.
learn
That's what
somewhere.
you gotta
Thank you. One of
do.
those. Yeah.
This is
There
what you
we
gotta
go.
do when it happens.
Yeah.
Go
Sometimes
guys.
Jake knows. Jake's like, what?
you got to crack a couple eggs, kids.
Crack a couple of gins.
Boom. Yeah. So there
I thought you
you go.
said Jen's, and I was just like, why
No,
me?
gin,
And then you said
G-I-N.
gin, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
So yeah, that was
I
the
think
surprise for you
delicious.
guys.
That's awesome.
Thank you so
I
much
thought
for
that'd
this
be a
delicious
fun thing.
surprise.
For
And in
all
these
of us to
fancy
enjoy.
brewery cups too.
Yeah, you like
I
those?
like those.
Yeah.
I like those a lot.
If you guys out there in TV land want some of those or similar, you just got to join our bottle club next year.
Oh, there you go.
Shameless plug.
Wait, what else happens in the bottle club?
Yes.
You get
Yeah,
a bunch
give the full
of
rundown on
super
that.
limited beer that nobody else gets,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a couple parties, private parties at the brewery that we throw.
For you.
We get some
For
food and we all hang
someone?
out. Yeah.
For the person.
No, for the whole group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, so
I
you
was like, just
One
you
at
get
a time. One
Yeah,
person at
I
a time.
organize 100 odd parties a year.
Right. It's pretty cool.
It's totally worth it. But
One day.
yeah. And then some cool special merch items.
This
We
cool
usually have
thing.
a secret tap on for them that nobody
Uh-huh.
knows about.
Tell me
Yeah.
about the beat. I'm sorry. After you
Oh,
get
so
that
that's a
one.
barrel bug.
Oh.
Mhm.
Get it? So
Yep.
it's
His
like,
little barrel butt.
Yeah, his
He's got a little barrel
barrel.
butt.
Yeah, so they're on here too. You can see it on this glass.
Are they supposed to be scarabs?
Kind of,
What
sort of.
is the
Yeah,
base
that's kind of
the
what it
base
is.
bug.
So because people refer to like bread or lactobacillus, that's
Oh, that's
yeast
so
and bacteria as
cute.
bugs,
Yeah.
and so
oh my
we
goodness.
kind of embrace that,
it's
especially
the
for the
This
bug
is
bottle
the
club.
first I know about this.
because that's what they get. They
I've
get
seen
like
a
the
little bug before.
crazy sour, weird stuff.
So are they the little bottle bugs?
Yeah, little bottle barrel bugs.
It's a
Yeah,
cute
we're always
name.
working on weird stuff for them. We do, like we've got a sour stout coming. Somebody pitched purple carrot beer, but we didn't go there.
Oh, man.
You missed
What
out on
about,
Yeah, we just didn't do it.
what about
We'll leave that
kumquat beer?
kumquat beer. You got a guy. I don't have a guy for that.
I'll
that
find
kind
it.
of fruit.
I'll find it.
But yeah,
It's a little orange one.
yeah,
It's
we
just-
can find it. They're probably a joy to break down.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
nightmare
it'd
to
be
work
great.
on.
Tiny little
Yeah,
oranges.
and this beer
Oh, you
costs
want some?
$200 because
Right.
it took us 4 weeks
No?
to get the fruit ready.
Started to peel it, just broke the whole thing apart.
Like, you would have to just smush it at that point.
Yeah,
huh?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Somebody's over here giving me kisses.
Aw,
It was
sweet
well, she
baby
just did.
Willow.
Yeah, she just wanted to lick.
Just don't
Yeah.
drink up the
Or maybe I
seltzer
have something
spilled
tasty
on
on
the
my
floor. Maybe it's
leg.
the
Should be
seltzer leaked. Oh no.
Should be okay.
Oh yeah.
Should just have a little fun.
Oh, Willow's
fine.
done with us. We'll
She
see you
Bye,
later.
That's funny.
Uh,
This is delicious, by the way.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
thank
Did you
you for
enjoy it?
bringing this great surprise.
and I've done some other things like the blood orange one. I'm a big Aperol Spritz fan. I should put this recipe out on our social media.
Yeah, I was about to say, have you put these out on
Yeah,
social
I
media?
put some of them out. Like the Aperol Spritz one is regular Aperol Spritz is Aperol, Prosecco, some regular seltzer.
What is Aperol?
Aperol's like aperitif or digestive
Digestif.
kind of thing, I guess.
Okay.
Liqueur that's
Digestif?
orange,
I like saying it.
Other
orange
teeps?
based.
Okay.
So it's kind of like like Amaro or one of those things, but it's only like 11%.
Brandy?
You're talking
like
to
brandy
beer
or-
people.
No, it's like
you
sweeter.
drink more than
I
beer
mean,
pretty frequently.
I mean, it's sweet. It is
I
kind
only
of sweet,
drink
but
beer.
it's only like 12%. It's not.
Oh.
And
Because you said
um,
Prosecco, right?
yeah. So
So
you
it's
can
like
do.
a
Well,
sparkling
Aperol is its own
wine?
thing. No, Aperol is
Oh,
like its
okay.
own thing. It's bright orange.
Gotcha.
You'll know when you see it.
Gotcha.
You mix that with Prosecco, and then top it up with seltzer over ice, and that's an Aperol spritz. Right.
Ah.
So I had a birthday back in June, and I had a pizza and Aperol spritz party at the house.
Nice.
And we just released the blood orange version of the seltzer. So I was like, you know what? Need to just top it up with the blood orange instead. It's easy to incorporate. Like you can do it any way. Like this with like some fruited vodka or
Or just drink it by itself.
just drink it by itself
Or
over ice
tequila,
or straight
like
from
I
the
am.
can or some tequila.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect.
Or mix it up, make it fancy.
I
you know,
love it.
So.
I love this
Yeah.
new trend that we're approaching with the hard seltzers and that
Yeah.
So
local
easy.
breweries are making because I would rather support
Yes.
that instead of White Claw.
Yeah.
Sorry, White
But
Cloud.
very good thing about White Claw is that there are no laws.
Uh,
when you're drinking.
That's very
That's what I've
true.
been told.
That's
Yeah.
very true. There are no
Kids
laws
out there.
drinking White Claw.
That's true.
We do not endorse.
Didn't radio. Bearded Monk and the Bearded Lady did not endorse anything said by the.
Neither do we endorse tattooing the inside children.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Tattooing
what was
children.
the third one?
Can we make?
We need to make
a
our list-
disclaimer.
our list of
that runs the
disclaimers.
page.
Because
Oh my
we
God.
have a few things
We
that
need
we're
it,
like,
apparently.
we don't
I didn't realize
endorse.
this history. Okay, yeah, don't tattoo kids.
Yeah, well,
That's right.
okay, so it was
Jeez.
smart. It was like a barcode, and you kind of like find them
Okay.
easy. It's kind of like chipping them. You know, like the thought of it was great.
Chipping them.
Yeah, like a
Hey,
dog.
my kids are already chipped. It's easy.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You should, though.
Shows up on the Nextdoor app. Whose kid is this?
Right.
You check their.
Scan.
you check their-
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Oh,
we're
you
Okay.
should take them as the
I
vet to go
see.
scan them.
There's some logic there, but I think there's a method that could be worked out.
Yeah.
better. Like,
yeah.
you
I don't know. Tesla has this new whatever his name is, the guy that makes the Tesla.
Elon Musk.
Thank you.
Hmm?
He's doing the brain thing, implants
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
chips
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
What? I like this.
Yeah.
happening.
The worst part about getting surgery like that, though, is wearing the cone for like a couple of days. That
Yeah.
gets really embarrassing.
Otherwise, you get hot spots.
Do you have a hard time like scratching that or something? Just going at it with your hand.
Oh boy.
Get that back leg
His
up there
ear
going.
is
Yeah.
really itchy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I guess that's really not that crazy chipping doing that because like my parents, I definitely had
Should've
a
been
leash
chipped.
when I was a kid.
Yeah, you should just.
Like,
We
did
would
you
go
have
to
a
the
literal,
zoo.
like the
Oh yeah.
baby leash?
It wasn't even like the cute monkey
Monkey-
backpack that they
that's
have now.
funny.
It was
Clipped it on
literally
around
like
your neck.
it was like a a
An
thing
arm
to my
leash?
wrist to their hand, and it was like, don't get too far away, and we like go to the zoo.
Oh, you were a naughty
I was
kid.
a climber. Well, I'd like run around.
yeah.
So you were a little boy.
Yeah, I was just
What
doing
else are
dumb
you
stuff.
supposed to do?
Yeah.
Do
But yeah,
little boy things.
but still, I don't know about like surgical implants. But,
Oh yeah. I mean, just like like the little pellet that you put in. Willow
like
has
in the
one.
thing where
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
just does it real. Yeah.
Oh, and now it went real science fiction-y.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I can see the big gun with
Yeah.
the
Ting,
syringe on it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, what if I get lost?
See, I'm getting more kisses. Does
This
my
would be
leg just
great.
taste good?
This would be great at
I'll
a beer
pet you.
festival. Like
Yeah.
adult chipping could be great at a beer
That's not a
festival.
bad
Like,
idea.
what if you get lost at the beer festival?
Oh.
I need to find my.
Lost or
Yeah.
or sleepy.
Yeah, you never know. I need to find my spouse.
pull up the.
which porta
Oh,
potty
he's
are
over
you
in.
Yeah.
Which porta potty?
They're at the Turning Point booth. We'll go get them.
Yeah, that's true. You
We'll get
could
over
it
there.
would help with meeting up with friends. I guess I mean you can do that on your phone. You can
Yeah,
share
that's true.
location.
There's a whole
could-
There's a
if you
whole
want-
This is a
movie
lot
we
of-
could do of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could
Somebody shows
just
up
make
and the
this.
chip's just laying on the ground, like, oh, he ditched us.
Man, he like went
An
in.
empty cup and a chip on the ground.
I'm done with the beer
Phone
festival.
that's cracked.
That's like some Jason Bourne stuff where he
That
like digs
is.
it out and
He's like,
leaves it there.
"Wow."
Like, what are you're taking us to like a place.
I'm
Well, I know we
sorry.
went there,
I already-
sorry.
I'm building it up.
We
I'm gonna
went there.
drink on my own.
See, okay, guys, I apologize. This is what happens when I make cocktails for them.
We're only beer
well, my
drinkers.
fault.
We can't.
Yeah.
We don't know what
Can't
to do
handle
with this
this
gin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna try and find a way to get the Sonic Ice because honestly, this drink with Sonic Ice is
It's
like
just the bomb.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bet
Yeah.
it tastes like the
Yeah.
raspberry limeade.
Yeah, any of those things with Sonic Ice is like perfect.
Yeah, that sounds
Like
good.
in
I
a
love Sonic
styrofoam
Ice.
cup,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You know,
really classing it up
walking
now.
down the street.
Nice.
Then no one will know you're
Can't tell.
drinking.
Yeah.
No, here's the fun part about Denton. You can just drink everywhere.
You can.
Yeah,
you
that's
can go
true.
outside of the
Just not
square
in your
and
car.
Can we get? Yeah.
No,
well,
it's
yeah.
important.
That.
still illegal.
More disclaimers. More
I'm
disclaimers.
just trying to.
Whoop,
No,
whoop,
we
whoop,
do not
whoop,
endorse
whoop.
drinking and driving.
Yeah, you gotta.
No.
Well, I'm just saying you gotta. You gotta clarify. You can't
This
say
is true.
everywhere.
That's true.
This is true.
Everywhere while you're on foot.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't
And-
illegally climb that statue and drink. I'm sure.
I mean, I bet someone has.
Sounds like a challenge.
I know. I think
This sounds like a
Just
challenge.
tune into Dog Cam,
That's
Yeah.
right.
and you'll see it happen.
where she go?
She's over here just looking
She's
out the
people
window.
watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Checking it out.
Yeah, everybody's out and about.
It's a
Some
busy
folks are
night
wearing
tonight.
some RAR shirts.
There's a RAR shirt.
I
Yeah.
see your RAR shirt. He may
Yeah.
not be able to hear us. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's
Jake's
probably
like, we do.
Hi,
roast
guys.
y'all. Hey, what's up?
But yes, this
So-
is delicious.
What else is going on in the world? What else happening?
I have a.
Trying to make a-
So I also work in kind of the journalism culture side of the beer industry a little bit, and we had a big happening that I think Jen might have some thoughts on. I don't know, but like
maybe a
earlier
little bit.
earlier this week, you heard
Little
about the whole Brewbound podcast and the comments that were made about like female beer influencers or Instagrammers from Chris Bernard. He's since been fired.
Yes,
which
he
he
has.
should have been.
Yes.
But yeah, did you hear
Just-
about that?
Of course.
Yeah, what-
I feel like that
of course,
relates to you, 'cause
definitely
for
did.
For those that don't know, she has a very popular Instagram account and
Yeah,
and reviews a bunch of great beer and comes and supports all the breweries around and
I do.
Um,
Very, very supportive of my.
and it's like I think
Hi.
as
Hi.
a marketing type, that's an important part of the community at whole.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Getting the word out about
Yeah.
it.
It's so
Yeah, it
important
helps.
to
Yeah.
let people know about the beer that is around
Wanna come
this
up here?
area
Yeah.
and everywhere that you
Yeah.
can get. Just because I think it's something to support. I did hear about it, and a few of my friends that are in the Instagram world were called out because of. I'm still working on this.
Oh, you're so man. Forget
You guys
guys.
can. You guys can open that if
Oh.
you want.
I'm gonna dump this in here though.
yeah,
go
that's
for it.
Okay, so anyway.
We'll chug that
Yeah,
later.
so like they basically, I guess he said it kind of crudely over his podcast, which is actually owned by BevNet, and they are really supportive, like with a lot of other things. And so he decided just to kind of say things about how girls in this influential area don't really know about beer because of how they dress or how they want to
Watch out.
support the beer and shoo.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just kind of like along those lines, which is crazy, a crazy crazy claim because most of these girls, or a few of these girls, including myself, I've brewed.
I was about to say, including yourself.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've brewed beer. I know how to brew beer. I don't do it on a regular basis, but I do know how to brew beer. I know I'm knowledgeable in that area. Two of them are brewers.
Yeah.
A lot of these girls are people that are working for like sales reps for these breweries and or marketing and or social media because it's kind of the same lane. But they're successful in the beer industry, and they do know about beer. I don't know if you've met a beer rep, but they usually know more about the beer than the owner sometimes because they get to hear straight from
They're working
the brewer.
with the brewer.
Yeah, like
Or they're educating themselves. They're drinking
they
all the time.
are.
They're
They
reading all the
do.
time.
They do.
I
They
mean,
have to try
present
these.
company excluded.
Yeah, right. They have to try the beers, and
Just
they
having
have to
cocktails.
understand at least the basics of what has been put into this beer because. People are
Yeah.
going to ask them, hey, what hops did you guys put in this? And
Yeah.
It's like, well, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Ozarka and Cascade. Like, they have to know those key points, and they taste it, and they're able to taste it. And females are really good at tasting beer. So,
Yeah, right
like, we're actually just, some of us have really good palates. Some men have really, like, super tasting palates, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, I mean, I think it was... I think it is pretty controversial in our realm for someone to boldly state that
To
which
be
there-
disparaging,
Yeah.
disparaging, or
Yeah.
And
to
it's
make the
non-inclus-
assumption
Yes.
that that you
Yeah,
don't know
it was-
anything because you're a woman in the industry. Like
Exactly. And it's
And-
not inclusive. And I think what craft beer, we always say this on this show, that it's about community.
yeah.
And it's about loving beer, and it's about drinking together and being happy. And whether you're a woman or a man, you're going to enjoy some sort of beer. Most ladies would like majority of the beer that you just brought out, including the cocktail.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, this is a very female base
Totally.
for girls to go out and, like, try these beers. They're going to be like, yeah, I like beer. I didn't know I liked beer. This is fantastic.
That is
Yeah.
one of my favorite things when I have when a female comes in, like, say with her husband. This is stereotypic. Now I'm being
I
stereotypical
know.
about it,
Yeah,
but
it's okay.
the
Stereotypes are funny.
he gets his beer, and then I ask her what she wants. Like, he already comes in, he knows I want that one. Hey, what are you feeling like? Oh, I don't drink beer. I don't like it.
It's my favorite challenge.
What have you had? Well, I've had everything he drinks.
Yeah, it's not the same taste.
Like, oh, okay. So what do you usually like to drink? And Brian Schultz is really good at this
He
too.
is.
Oh, boy.
Officer Plank's here. We're in trouble now. Oh man. Brian does a really fun game, and he asks people what they drink, just in all diversity of their
It's the
lives.
game,
at
5
different
questions.
moments.
It's
Yeah.
the 5 drinks.
Yeah.
I know that game too.
And a lot of times I will find a nice little sour or something that's a little bit more
Yeah.
tart. They're like, oh my gosh, this is beer? Like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love seeing that.
I do
Absolutely
too.
love seeing that.
Yeah, I think
I do too.
But-
the big thing a lot of people don't realize is, like,
Oh,
one thing.
No seltzer for you.
Yeah, it's mostly dried up.
She's fine.
She
One
just
thing-
keeps coming over to lick me and then
She's
run
6
away.
years old. It's fine.
we've had, or 8.
She's old
She's
lady
of
can
age.
have her
She
drink.
has
Yeah.
this- yeah. We have the same thing happen a lot at the brewery, in the tap room. You know, it's like the guy orders for the wife or something. Somebody's ordering for somebody. It's like, oh, what do you have that's girly, or what do you have that's this? And, like, my favorite thing is, like, we don't make beer for like
Agenda.
anybody. We make beer for everybody.
Yeah.
Right on.
So
right on.
and these beers especially, and having the seltzer is another option, and but like this is alcohol, right? And it's similar in a way to a lot of wines, and it's similar in a way to a lot of cocktails, or you can make a cocktail out of it.
on.
And like I just don't. Yeah, I've never understood that, like some
Logic.
weird barrier. Yeah, some reason a long time ago where people were like, oh, this beer is for women and this beer is for men.
Right.
This beer is for people.
It
Yeah.
is.
We
You're
all- we
absolutely
kinda
right.
need
Let's
it.
all drink it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
I
yeah,
find myself gravitating to stouts and sours all the time.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're too girly.
Nothing.
I'm sorry.
Thank
Just kidding.
But there are people like Betsy loves a good IPA.
Yeah. Well, I love IPAs.
Jen Liebman, I'm going to give you a shout out too.
Love
Jen
IPA.
loves IPAs.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I can't do IPAs.
Yeah. You're.
Like super aggressive West Coast. I can appreciate them. I can understand where they're coming from. But that's generally like a man beer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm
I think
girly, Ben. It's
the
fine.
the thing I
Drinks
think
for everyone.
I know.
Come on.
yeah. So
You're
many
Ben beer drinker.
he does like beer, guys. I don't know if you've heard.
I do a little bit of beer drinking.
Just a little bit.
too.
But the overall thing that I took away from that
Yep.
thing is like we're still not there.
I know, and
It's like
kind of a disgrace.
the editor of one of the leading journalistic sites is going to say stuff like that for beer, then we've got a long way to go. But I think it's important that people are saying something now, whereas in the past people might not have said anything.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I think we were talking about it before the show. Just biggest hurdles for beer, I still think, are diversity and inclusion of females and also other genders and other races
Race,
and all that sort of
absolutely.
stuff. And then also education. Like not enough people know
About
what's happening.
And different
that
types of
includes a
beers.
lot of people making and selling them. I hate to say that. I'm not saying I know everything, and I know you
Yeah.
guys don't feel like you guys know everything, but it's like if you aren't continuing to learn, then you're already done.
Yeah. You're
You
going to
know,
slow down.
yeah.
Someone
so-
said something great. If you're not learning, you're dead.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I feel like that's another Adam Sandler thing. No.
Oh, is it?
No, I don't know.
Matt said
throwing
it
it
the other day.
Oh,
I was
man.
just like, yes.
I think there's about to
I
be
agree.
scuffle outside.
Is there?
I think everything's okay.
Oh, is it a scuffle with children?
No.
Oh.
Well, anyways,
Tiny
On
child
other
scuffles.
news,
there we go.
Um,
Come down for the fun on the
and there they
square.
are. We
I
got it.
do agree with the.
See, and I love this community down here.
Yeah, me
like
too.
how quick do we get folks down here to help out and
Yeah.
hang out? And I love it.
On like a turn of
Yeah.
the head, they were just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you guys
Yep.
trying to do something?"
Yeah.
I do agree. I think it is good that we called it out.
Yeah.
I
Right
think a lot of the girls did call it out in their own way. The people that were named called them out very abruptly and very quick. So I think that's important. It is unfortunate that he lost his job. We don't really know. We don't know if he quit or we don't know if he
Until
was
it goes,
fired.
you
And
do a
no,
statement
he-
or something.
Yeah,
He-
he got,
yeah,
they've already
they've
done
done
Yeah,
a
like
public
a-
apology. He's done
Yeah.
an apology. He's done. But at the same time, we don't need those kind of people to be in
Yeah.
influential or
Yeah.
decision-making positions.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
we need to be here together.
I think we
Yeah.
should.
And we should encourage inclusiveness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have a really good friend of mine who lives in the St. Pete, like Tampa area. His name's Dom Ducci or Ducci Cook, and he is he's a black man who works in beer, and he does some of the coolest stuff where he's literally walking out to communities that aren't beer drinkers, and he's like giving them like Saison DuPont. He's like
Ooh.
explaining it, like he's literally like boots on the ground to educate
Direct
people
education on
and
styles.
to
It's like
just
grassroots stuff.
just to help bring everything up. And he's
That's
one of the
amazing.
most like positive forces I've met in this industry, and I think it's going to take that kind of work because it's
It
so
will.
ingrained and so like entrenched in a way.
That's
And
what I do
but
with
like
girls,
people
too.
realizing that it's a community, you know. Oh,
She's over
She
here
has
talking.
something
Yeah.
to say
you tell
about
'em. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mama.
she
I'm just
agrees.
kidding. Yeah, she
Uh,
does agree. She's like, yes, we should bring beers
yeah, I
to
think,
dogs.
I think it's that kind of work, like the real
Which does
people
happen.
to people work. If we're, it's like to sell a great beer, you have to kind of hand sell it because it might be something unusual or different to that person. It's the same thing, like to explain the community and explain this, why we love this community and to bring people into it. We got to be like face to face, glass to glass, basically drinking together and talking about what's great about it and why we love it. And
Absolutely.
so like that kind of positivity is where everything needs to go.
I agree.
Right on.
Like
It's
we
right
did,
on.
I did
Yeah.
a Palm Tree Boutique beer tasting event, and that was
That
like
was
a lot of girls was like,
awesome.
"Oh my gosh,
to see the
this is
response
delicious!"
rate was
and
fantastic.
not everybody loved each one, but that's okay. That's what it was all about. I brought 4 different style beers
Try it
so
out.
they could try it out and
Yeah.
see which one they liked. And
Well, and that's what I love too about doing these.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
important.
Because I think it is across the board. There are a lot of folks that they don't know they like beer,
Yeah.
or they may drink a specific kind of beer and they don't know a lot
Yeah.
about another style. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
That's important.
Yeah.
And I mean, speaking of awesome females in the industry, we have one
Bam.
in.
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Thanks. We have one at Union Bear that you can go watch in the fish tank.
That's
her
You've
name's
seen Betsy on this show?
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, go.
I jumped the shark on that one.
It's okay. Betsy Good is at Union Bear actually with my friend now, Chris, and he is working there.
Yeah,
He is a
Chris
very.
Sidwell just got a job
I
there,
love
yeah.
him.
Nice.
Yeah.
He is
They
a
have brewer
very,
now.
very, very intelligent brewer, and he
Yeah.
was meant to be
Chris
in
is a good
brewing.
dude. Yeah.
And that's what happened. But anyways,
Born
like
for
Betsy is there, and yeah, go see her. Go say hi. Drink some of their beer. Their beer is amazing. I love
Yeah.
Union Bear, and they have most people on tap too because they're a brew pub. Like,
Yeah.
love
And
them.
Fort Worth, we just had open up Funky Picnic, which is a
Yeah,
female-owned
Owned.
brewery by Samantha
we've had
Glenn.
her on the
Yeah.
show too.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sam's been on the
she's
show.
amazing.
Yeah.
She has a dear friend of mine, Michael Harper, Brewing there.
Yep.
He's been around this scene for a long time, and I mean, it's like, it's out there. So you just got to come to it, help bring people to it. I think instead of, showing your bias, even if you feel that way, do
There it is.
something else.
Absolutely.
Can we
you
leave
don't have to
this
say it.
on a call? Because I think we're running out a little bit of time.
Oh,
that's
man.
fine.
Can we leave this at a call to arms?
Yeah.
It's a call to
Bring
action.
people beer.
Bring people
Yeah.
beer.
Bring people beer. That's it.
All people.
Talk
This is
about why
all
you
of our
love it.
jobs this week. We just have to take people beer.
There's too many critics, all right? They'll talk about why you love the industry, why you love beer.
Yeah.
Do that instead.
Right on.
Right?
And then share it.
And share
Yeah.
it with people. That's what beer's here
That's
for.
awesome.
That's why we're doing this.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we do it every
And if you
Friday.
if you're out there
To
and
tell
you're-
people in Denton where to go.
if you're in the Denton area right now and you want to come and hang out, we can share beers at Beard and Monk right after this.
You are so
And
cute. Thank you.
If you're ever in
Wow.
Fort Worth, you can come and see me or any of the other beautiful people we have working there at Collective Brewing Project,
And
right south of downtown.
I love that back porch.
Yeah,
That
come
is
hang
my
out,
hideaway
man.
back porch.
Let's do it. Let's go drink.
Yeah, I
Cheers.
can't make you a cocktail
Yeah.
there
Oh.
though.
He ended.
Oh, yeah.
He ended the show so perfectly.
That
was
We-
beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm
Cheers.
trained.
And we'll see you guys for another episode next week if we don't see you tonight. I mean, that was pretty big invite right
I'm only,
there.
How often am I
From
in
Dave.
Denton, people? Not often.
And he has a cool shirt on.
One night
It's
only.
my party shirt. I only wore it for partying.
All right, we got to get partying.
Come
Let's
on,
do this
Widow.
game. Yep, let's go party.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton.